threw it out there to our followers on our Facebook page about strange cloudscapes, etc., and magnetic pulses came up with us as well.
Well, you mean when Louise was tuning in, yes?
Yeah. So could you talk to us about magnetic pulses? Because I'm not convinced that everything we see in the sky is chemtrails. I'm totally not convinced about that at all.
And you would be right. There are chemtrails. There are things that are out there that are being sprayed into your atmosphere for whatever reason, and that itself is in a completely different texture of discussion. But let us be factual here. There is around your dimension, in your realm, a field of energy called a magnetic field. This has been known for many, many hundreds, if not thousands of years, by intuitives. And they've watched this by the interaction of the pulses of plasmic interference coming from the sun. When it hits this field, it in some areas will create great dances and colors within the atmosphere. Yes, and this is what was known as the northern lights, etc. And the southern hemisphere, there's similar ones here. All right, but more than this, you can see when there has been a solar flare, when there has been a rather large blast of energy from the sun, which is not as far as what they've told you it is either. Otherwise, it would, by the time the energy hit you, it would be so weak, nothing would really register. All right, you've got to think logically about this. You've got to think.
You mean it's not millions and millions and millions and millions of miles away?
No, it's not. Okay. So what we begin to look at and what we begin to comprehend here, yes, is that when the sun burps and you get plasma disarray and it sends out this huge wash of energy, it connects in with the magnetic field around your Earth. Now, when that happens, we're not talking all of a sudden that the North Pole and the South Pole of the magnetics there go, oh my goodness, I've been hit by a magnetic flash. Oh, what am I going to do? And you get all sorts of weird and wonderful things happening. Yes, your Schumann resonance is going to, of the Earth is going to pick this up. It is going to register it, yes? But what happens is you have this interference, what I call the magnetic interference, yes? So here it comes, the sun's energy comes, and it hits. Now, it's going to hit the field that's over here, and it's going to interfere. This field, this magnetic field, is going to interfere with the magnetic energy that's coming from the sun, the plasmic energy that's coming from the sun here. Yes. Now, if you notice, it doesn't just slip through. Yes, it stops. However, there is some energy that is beneficial for this world, beneficial for this, for the peoples, for the plants, for everything, and that is filtered through and allowed to enter into this realm. Yes, the destructive, the harmful is kept at bay. And this also is how you see around yourself in your skies the movement that you suddenly see. All of a sudden, clouds are acting really strangely. They're swirling, they're splitting out, they're doing this, they're doing that. Now, some of these patterns, yes, come from manipulation. However, not everything is of what is commonly known as the HARP or the blocking of the sun. There are some natural and very beautiful occurrences that occur within your realm. And I'm not going to use the word space because space does not exist. You have a realm. Outside the realm, you have certain things happening, but within the realm where your sun is, you're going to find that there are interactory things, yes? And this is what happens. Your sun will come in and it will affect, and you will see beautiful occurrences in your cloud sky. The scape will become absolutely wondrous. You will see how, if I can put it this way, Heather, give me your hand. Here is one level. Here is another level. Then you have another level and another level and another level. And what's happening up here is the wind is being pushed this way. Then this is having another activity and it's doing this, and this is going like this, and these two are doing this. And this is why you get what looks like, for some unknown reason, you have clouds coming in this way, and then this way, and then they're coming in this way. And you stand and you're amazed and you go, oh my goodness, we're being manipulated weather and all the rest of it because it's so unnatural, because the clouds should all be swimming this way nicely. Yes? No, it wasn't created that way. When there was the absolute, what we call the pink skies of Lemuria, which other people call vapor canopy, you've got the realization that there was movement flowing all the way around. It was energetic. It was alive. The air is alive. It has argon. It has all these beautiful old energies of absolute necessity for your life. And it moves. It moves because it is alive. Yes, you have interference from, let's call them nefarious entities, yes? But not everything is to be blamed with them. There are natural occurrences where when you have a solar flare, a plasma burst, the sun burps and you get affected. Sometimes it is extreme and it can affect the earth in a very extreme way. Other times it's very gentle and it gives you that glow of, oh, and that's exactly what Louise picked up. When she tuned in, it was like her face changed. She started to smile, she started to giggle. It was like, oh man, this is so cool. You have to go in and you have to start putting away the narrative of the negative. I'm not saying deny. I'm saying put away the narrative of the negative. You have to relook at what's going on. Yes, there is harm. Yes, there is this. Yes, there is that. But is it everything? Is everything aligned to that and that and that?
It can't be, otherwise we'd be in total destruction.
Well, look at it this way.
And I don't believe we are.
No.
There has to be the balance.
There is always balance. You see, the overall, if we talk, okay, let us drop into computer talk. Yes, now I'm not a computer expert, but I will use certain terminologies. Yes, you have a programmer. He programs or she programs a particular program for the running of a field of energy that will produce a holographic image. Yes, everything needs to go in accordance. Everything needs to have a plan. Yes, but somebody else comes in and hacks it and starts to feed in certain little glitches. That programmer looks at this and goes, it's not going to damage the overall experience. It's not going to destroy it. I'm going to let it see how it integrates, what goes on. How is the hologram going to recognize what's the true program and what's the hack? And so they observe. And this is how scientists do things. Even if you take a germ, a bacteria, and put it in a petri, and then you put another germ or a counteracting ingredient to that, how soon does the counteractor get to the bacteria to destroy it, or does the bacteria destroy the counteractor? So they watch all of these under huge magnifying glasses, yes, and telescopes. All of these things happen for a reason, to see how it progresses. Now, if you are all, like some people believe that you are in a hologram and that you are in a computer program, perhaps, just perhaps, that the harp and the cloud seeding, etc., are glitches or hacks that have been placed in play to see how you allow it to happen and affect you. Because don't forget, the more you believe something, the more power you give it, the more energy you give it. So the more you focus on it, the more you speak negative about it, the more what happens to it? You give it energy, it grows, it magnifies, it becomes everything. And that what you want diminishes. So perhaps it's like, yeah, okay, hops there. Yeah, okay, they're doing cloud seeding, but over my property, only pure rain falls. Over my property, I get beautiful sunlight. Over my property, and you start speaking what you want over your property. how your soil is healthy, how the air is brisk and beautiful, how the trees, the plants, everything in your property that you've been given guardianship over to protect and to care for while you are on that piece of land, how it magnificently comes together. Try that for a change. See if that changes. Look at this meat suit that you wear and say, okay, am I going to buy into the narrative? If I am a computer program, if I'm just some bits of electricity going backwards and forwards, but I have a soul, a God spark that is inside this physical thing that is created in a hologram. How do I break the belief systems of it? Because if I'm an eternal soul, if I am a God spark, do I not have authority over it? Yes, you do. But how are you going to speak about it? You know, this is one thing I've said to Heather and Louise. I said, many years, while I was still living in New Zealand, actually, I said to them, I said, remember the power of your words, because your words will either break or build, kill or give life. Now you say, oh, why do you use the negative first? Because I want to see your reaction. Because if I said, oh, they will either give life or kill, that's all you'll hear is they'll give life. But you need to know that the words, the power of them, they're seeds. And the more you speak them, and the more you give utterance to them, and the more you focus on them, the more power they have in that particular direction. Anyway, I think I've said enough on that.